Out here on the driving range today and just wanted to go over a couple of things real quick. I'm a big believer that if I see uh, guys in the PGA Tour do something consistently, meaning that everybody who goes out to practice does the same thing all the time, then I tend to try to look at that and incorporate it. And one of the things they do constantly on the range is they work on their alignment. All right, every one of them is out there, and at least in the beginning, they'll drop down a club. And I heard a great piece of advice one time. Somebody said, don't ever aim somewhere that if you hit it there, you're going to be in trouble. So one of the things we tend to forget is where we're lined up. We get in such a hurry to go hit the ball, we forget what direction our feet, shoulders, hips are all pointed. So a good way to do that is just line up a club, ideally a little bit left of target. Rest it so your toes are lined up with the shaft of the club, and then just go ahead and take some swings there to get a feel for what it's like to be lined up properly. All right. The other thing that a lot of them work on a regular basis, and when was the last time you did this? Because I forget about it all the time, but it's ball position. Okay. Jack Nicklaus used to play all of his shots off about the inside heel. Didn't matter, driver, long iron, wedge. Okay, he was a little unique from that standpoint. Most people, the longer the club, the further forward in their stance they play it. So if you're going to hit a driver, 3-wood, etc., you want to line that ball up just off the inside of your left heel for a right-handed golfer. As you slide back, you get into your mid-irons, move it back an inch or two in your stance, with it being about in the middle of your stance for your shortest iron, your wedges. All right, and this will differ a little bit for some people. It's all about kind of finding where the bottom of your swing is and what you feel most comfortable with. But it's definitely something that you need to be conscientious of, because you know the golf swing is all about consistency. So the more times you can do the same things over and over again in your golf swing, the more consistent you're going to be on the golf course. And your ball position is definitely one of those. So the two things that I'd have you work on when you're out at the range next time is make sure you're lined up correctly. And when you go to the golf course, you can easily do that if you're lining up a shot. Obviously, you're not going to lay down a club, but you can just take your golf club, kind of lay it over your toes before you hit, and make sure you're lined up correctly. All right? And then when you're on the range, work on your ball position and see if that doesn't help. And be conscientious of that when you get out to the golf course, and know if I've got a shorter iron, that maybe I want to move that a little bit further back in my stance, longer iron, driver, a little bit further up. So if you work on those things, I think you'll find it'll make it a little bit more consistent. But like everything else in your golf swing, it takes practice, and it varies from individual to individual. So it'll be up to you to kind of go out there and find what works best for you.